Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another episode. And in today's episode, we are going to talk about how wedding planning is going. As you guys may know or may not know, your boy is engaged, and we've been engaged for about a year and a half, 2 years. Yeah. So we're shooting for our marriage. I proposed in 23. 22. It's been a minute, as you guys can tell, but we are planning for our wedding here in April of 2025, and it is gonna be awesome. It's crazy. I mean, like, honestly, we've been contemplating a lot of different options. We're like, should we just get court married? Should we just elope? Should we do a wedding? What we should do, right? Because like weddings are expensive, you know. A lot of times a lot of people don't think about all the details. So like, again, I mean, for us, since we're Indian, we're doing a 2-day wedding event, which is like 4 events in 2 days. Typically, people do an event per day, but you know, we're trying to cut costs of where we can, because again, we'd rather spend our money for a nice honeymoon, taking 2-3 months off and just taking a nice honeymoon, or just like taking and spending more of our money just in traveling, because like that's what we like to do, and instead of spending so much money onto a general get together. But I mean that's what how we look at it as weddings. It's like it's a big get together. But because you're bringing everyone across the U.S. East and West and wherever to come and celebrate, right? But the general cost, is about $100,000 for an Indian wedding, right? Average, approximately. Dude, I'll be telling you guys, it is the funniest thing ever. When we were planning our wedding, original, right? Back in whenever we were planning for Mexico and stuff like that, the coordinators would just laugh at us when we were telling them, like, yeah, we're trying to do this under $60,000 budget. They just like laughed. They're like, yeah, that's not possible. Like at least $80,000 to $100,000 at minimum. We're like, well, what the hell? Because like, we don't want to spend that much kind of money. Mainly because like we rather spend our money, like I said, on traveling and so forth for a nice honeymoon. And for a honeymoon, like, we have a few options. Again, we're not gonna say it yet, but we have a few options of where we're gonna go. But we're just trying to narrow it down of which specific one we want to go do the most as our honeymoon. But we were like, okay, cool. Like, we started applying for Mexico, then like, it's just such a hassle for like everyone of like making sure their passports are good and all that stuff, like travel there's just so much for it, and it gets expensive, and it's expensive for a lot of our guests, mainly because some of it comes out of their pocket. The travel and all that stuff comes out of their pocket, but it's like a win and lose some at that same time, right? So we cut that out of the picture. Then we're like, okay, let's just do court marriage, and then just take a 2-3 month vacation somewhere. So that, I still think that's an option. But again, so my fiance, she's an only daughter on her side of the family, on her mom and dad. I'm the last child on my mom and dad, right? So again, we just like, okay, let's just have a nice traditional wedding. Like, we've already set that decision. So we're like, okay, we're gonna go ahead and do that. And as we're like sitting down, like breaking down the numbers, and like going through, like starting to pay the deposits and all that stuff, we're like, okay. And we're like, we're like, so we got almost everything done we still got a year out for our wedding. The only thing that we have left is like our decorator and food. But again, everything is already taken care of. It's already done, and now I got my groomsmen gifts. Those are awesome, and like I can't wait to show you guys. We're gonna do a big old reveal. We're gonna have my boys come over. We're gonna have a good time and have to give it to them. So that'll be exciting. And then Rikita's also working on her bridesmaids gifts. So like all those miscellaneous things, like those are part of like wedding expenses, right? So a lot of people like think like the overall spend, but like they don't count all the small stuff. And the small stuff is what adds up. We're trying to we're having all these surprises and everything for everybody, and they add up. They really do. But yeah, that's kind of how wedding planning is going. Like, it's we're like typical. A couple of my friends, they got their church marriage, or they did church marriage, right? I mean, they're spending $20,000 to $25,000, and I was like, wow. I was like, I wish, but I mean, at the same time, they're doing it like all in one day, and like they can get it done in 10 hours, right? For us, it's like we need the 10 hours plus additional 10 hours for that one day, because like at a typical venue, they need like you get 10 hours a day, right? And then for your wedding services, and for like the thing that people don't account for is like how many additional hours you need for the day, right? Because like you gotta get there early, the girls gotta do their makeup, all that stuff. The makeup definitely takes forever. So like all those times, because like $200-300 an hour or whatever the case is. So like it adds up. Those are the additional expenses that adds up, that just creep up on you, so stuff like that. And like one of the benefit parts is like we're bringing our own liquor and all that stuff, so like we can bring all the whatever we want specifically, and not have to use the caterers or for their liquor. So it's just nice, so like we can cut costs that way and use good stuff. So while we're thinking, I was like, wedding, like it's an industry that hasn't been, I guess, like it's been touched, but like there's still, I guess, room for it, right? So like it's a big business. And so at the thought process after we were like we chopped Mexico off the board, and then we started like we're like, we should just do our own wedding venue. So that stuff's in the process. We got the whole blueprints and everything ready. So now it's the execution portion. So I mean, coming soon, right? So like we're like, okay, cool, it's a cool opportunity, we can definitely do it, and it's a business that's like always booming. Because like, man, like when you look at wedding venues, like they're booked out all the way till another year, a year and a half, and like it's crazy. And like it boggles my mind of like how much a wedding venue costs. It's like just for one day, right? If you do a Saturday or Sunday, anywhere from 10 to 15,000. If you do it on a Friday, it's like 8,000. And then if you do it Monday to Thursday, it's like half the cost. So you know what? We're like, sure, we're gonna do Monday, Tuesday. We're just gonna have a Monday, Tuesday wedding. We'll cut costs for that, and then just enjoy and have a good time. For those who come, that'd be great. And then for those who can't make it, it's all good. Again, it's like do it as you can come, right? So stuff like that. But the wedding portion, like wedding process, like it's coming together. It's fun. It's stressful, but like literally, I'm like just like a little secretary, just calling all these caterers and all that stuff. And like now we finally got our coordinator planner, and like now they're taking care of most of the workload now, which is nice. So we can kind of relax. So especially with everything else going on in our life, we're like, you should check out our couple channel, Mel and Rakita. It's gonna be linked down below. That one is gonna have a lot more of like what we're gonna do for like stuff that's going on in our lives, past projects, stuff like that. So check that out. Man, these allergies suck. But that's how wedding planning is going, and it is. I don't know if you guys ever had questions. It's like, it makes sense why a lot of people elope, right? Because like it just you just have your intermediate like 10 people. You have your friends, a couple family members, mom, dads, and then probably 20 people max, and get it done doing a cool little spot. So we really thought about it. We're like, what if we just go out to my cabin and just go do it there? What if we go out to some destination, just do it there? Then it's kind of like there's a few people that you really, really want to be there. Then we're like, okay, cool. Like, okay, we're gonna have them there. We're gonna want them there too. So like, we're like, okay, cool. Let's just do a normal traditional wedding, right? So it's it's an interesting process, but like, it's a memory. It's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be a great time, and it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. So it's just do it right, For me, it's like I don't like to half-ass stuff. I don't like to like cut corners on the alcohol or the food, whatever. I want to make sure that like everything's good, right? So like, cause we're also the guests, but like because it's like our wedding, right? So like we want to make sure like ours and all the guests and everybody, like, you know, we're all good, and like they got the enough alcohol with all varieties, food's good, desserts are good. So that's why we're like, if we do it on a Monday, Tuesday weddings, like we cut costs there, and that way we can use that money towards like having extra hours to make sure everyone's good, making sure like the detailed orientation, the layout's perfect, entertainment, all that stuff. So like it's gonna be an awesome event, because like we got some really cool videographers too, and we're on the same boat with the vision and everything. So like I can't wait to show you guys. It's gonna be awesome. But that's what we kind of just talk about, a little bit of the wedding portion. Like it's a industry that's booming, right? Because everyone's trying to get married, but like at the same time, there's like a lot of people also eloping and like doing court marriage and stuff like that to cut costs. But there's still people that are going out and spending money on a wedding venue. So we're like, what if we like develop a new wedding venue? So that's kind of where we're at on that boat. So, but that's basically it for today's podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll catch you guys next one. See you guys.